Hi everybody, I'm Tibby from the Manlius Library, and we did a thing. So hey, I want to tell you all about it. As you might know, not all of us work in the building all together every day. There are coworkers I haven't seen since March because we're a split team. And as you might know, we read so diversely and through so many different formats that we're often not on the same page either. But we did a thing and we all decided we are going to be on the same page, or I shouldn't say all, but some of us. And we all read the book Black Buck by Mateo Askaripour. And now while we're getting ready for your curbside pickups and cleaning the library, we're talking about the same book. So kind of on the same page. And the people, our coworkers that are not in the building with us, have filmed some of their thoughts about the book, and we thought that we would present them to you. Perhaps you'd like to read the book. Maybe you have thoughts of your own that you'd like to share with us in the comments section. And let's get started. Be great to start with just a little bit about what the book's about. We're not going to give away any spoilers. Black Buck is about a young man, Darren, who's graduated from a prestigious high school in New York City. He's not living up to his mother's expectations. He's working at Starbucks, a good worker, a respected worker, but his mom had thought that he would be off to bigger and better things. So he's working, doing the mochas, doing the lattes, and he gets an opportunity from a recruiter to join a really intense startup company. It's a kind of a Salesforce type company, and Darren has a natural talent for selling, and he does very well. But he is the token black person in the company, and he faces racism and he faces microaggressions. And he is kind of in a world that he doesn't really understand, these high highs and these low lows, but he succeeds. He pents up a lot, and he makes it to the top. And he realizes when he gets to the top isn't really what he thought it would be all about. Kind of disillusioned. But in the meantime, to get to the top, he's made some deals with the proverbial devil, and so there's some cost, and he's kind of got to work all these things out. But he does decide that he wants other people of color to have opportunities, and so he creates kind of a scheme is not the right kind of word, but he's trying to train other people that he runs into, people of color, to give them opportunities to get into the corporate world. And the story takes off from there. And I think that it's written like a sales manual, and I think that you're really going to just enjoy the ride, because it's a smallish book that's got a lot packed into it, and we've got opportunity. What is it to be a person of color in America? What is the cost of success? Family, self-doubt, microaggressions, racism. And it's done in such just a creative way. I think you're really going to enjoy it. But why don't you hear what some of my coworkers think too? Okay, enjoy.
I read the book Black Buck by Mateo Askaripour. It is a debut novel that I found compelling from the author's notes until the last chapter. It was very well done.
Yeah, it was definitely a fun
It
book.
was.
I'm
glad we read it.
I'm even glad that I listened to it more than read it, because I think I might not have enjoyed it as much.
No, yeah, I like the young man. Who was it?
Zeno Robinson. Zeno Robinson.
He was a good narrator for this.
He was excellent.
Yeah.
I even looked for other things that he narrated. And he's narrated a couple other books.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
And I mean, I guess that's how it is. Like you listen to an audio. I listen to a lot of audiobooks, and you find one, and you're like, I gotta listen to this guy all the time.
Yes, exactly. And if you don't like the narrator, you're not gonna like the story.
Because you spend so many hours with this person.
Yes.
and them telling you this story, you gotta like them.
Yeah, and he was a good narrator, and he brought you right into the book. He talked to you like he was your friend at someone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of energy, a lot of fun. I thought it really grabbed you. I can't even imagine reading the book, although I know that some of our colleagues have read the book and have really enjoyed it. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I think a book club would enjoy it. So I definitely would recommend it as an audiobook over a book maybe.
yeah, he wrote it as it's a cautionary tale, and the author did kind of write it as a sales manual because this job that he goes to is essentially a sales job, and the job was called Someone, and Darren was in charge of selling therapy services, connecting clients to a therapist. It becomes very interesting. It's all kind of the new wave social media type.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thought it was. I love the whole sales manual. It'd say, "Dear listener," much like what we've heard in Jane Austen. Dear reader.
Yeah.
I would recommend Black Buck for a book club. There are many timely themes to discuss. Humor, race, success, failure, loss, determination are just some of them. I look forward to reading more books by this incredible author.
Enjoy this?
Yes, I think it would spark lively conversations.
Yeah.
Very, very good conversation. I think because the three of us, we enjoyed it, and in the beginning when I started it, I told you I didn't like it because I was offended by some words, and then I just kept reading it and I fell in love with it. Oh goodness, anybody. It's gonna be one of the books I push. Because it's a great story, and just because it's Black history, it's just a book that I think everybody should read, no matter.
Yeah.
It's just a good story.
People will get different things out of it.
Absolutely, and he's a likable character. You're rooting for him the whole time.
Yeah.
And his friends, except for his one friend, Jason.
Right.
But then you do root for him.
I think Jason's a little bit of a lost soul too.
Yes.
That he feels like he didn't, where
Because of the
his
demographic.
opportunities.
Yes, and he was just trying to help his mom.
Right.
But he was just doing it a different way.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely recommend Black Buck to older teens and adults. It's a book that could be easily used at the high school level or college.
Yeah. That even though, without giving too much
Yeah, no
away at the end
spoilers
of the
here.
story, but I did find it hopeful that he, was going to continue on, and the people that he influenced and helped, they're going to continue on and grow and all that.
Yeah, he found his heart, I think, because as much as we're saying this is a cautionary tale, part of it is kind of that Faustian deal with the devil. So it's not a spoiler to say that to make the big time, he had to give up some things at first, and that's also, I think, something that we see in that goes beyond race, is that when people have changes in their life, it affects those they love.
I did. I felt that there's some characters that we met that he went above and beyond to help during the absolutely horrible. His name was going through the mud on the internet.
Yeah.
And really all he was trying to do was help young people of age, race, different backgrounds. Some were homeless that and then it was just not.
Yeah, he was trying to educate other
And
people.
make them better.
Yeah.
them stand for themselves and speak for themselves. And yes.
Hi, thanks for watching another episode of Tune In Tuesday. And don't forget to leave a comment if you've read the book and let us know what you thought.